Welcome back. Now we answer questions you receive from you, our viewers. If you have a question yourself, you can visit our website, www.quranspeaks.com. Now, Brother Shabir, we have a lot of questions here. The first question is about original sin. And the person is asking, the person is saying that original sin seems unjust to him. And he's wondering why he should be held accountable for the sins of someone else.
Well, in Islamic teachings, we don't actually hold to original sin.
Okay.
We have the idea that God forgave Adam, and we have therefore in the story of Adam the sense of an original forgiveness, if you might want to call it that. From that we understand that if we commit sins, God is willing ever to forgive us. We just have to do our best to repair our deeds. If we harm somebody else, we do our best to repair that harm, return anything we have taken unjustly from somebody else, and we ask God and human beings to forgive us, and God is willing to forgive us.
So no concept of original sin. This is from another religion.
That's right.
So, Brother Shabir, here's another question. This is about an individual who's looking at a number of different religions, and one of those is Islam. And he's also looking at the stories of the prophets and wondering how Muslims interpret these stories. Do they see them as a literal history, or do they see them as myths used to convey larger meanings, morals, such things like that? There's
a variety of approaches with regards to these stories. The classical approach in Islamic tradition would have been to take all of these stories as being literally and historically true. In our modern times, it is more frequent to find that some interpreters are saying that the stories are not there to represent what actually happened in history. The stories are there to bring out certain moral teachings. And it is necessary in argumentation to mention premises and then draw conclusions from them. And logically, the premises do not have to be true for the conclusion itself to follow from the premises. So you have a valid argument and you have a sound argument. A valid argument logically is one where the conclusion logically follows from the premises, regardless of whether the premises are true or not. Now, when the Quran spoke to people some 1400 years ago, it had to take the stories which they already knew and use those stories as the background to say, well, think about that. What lesson does that drive home to you? And here is the lesson. This is what is ultimately important. So through the stories of the great prophets of the past, which were already known to the people at the time, the Quran is driving home the resulting conclusion that the word of God, the message of God comes to people. People either accept or reject those messages. If they accept it, they gain felicity forever. If they reject it, they get eternal damnation.
Thank you for your time, Brother Shabir.
You're welcome.
That's all the time we have. Do visit our website, www.quranspeaks.com, and check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/QuranSpeaks. As always, please continue to write to us. Your comments and questions help guide the show. I'm Shabir Ally. For all of us here at Let the Quran Speak, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah.